Dreamscape presents Red Light Run, Linked Stories by Baird Harper. Narrated by Charles Carroll. Small time. It's only an hour's train ride to Wicklow from downtown Chicago, but Bello tries to sleep anyway. If he doesn't get enough rest, his hands shake, his conviction frays. But every time he closes his eyes, it feels as if he's slipping underwater, cold and claustrophobic, a preamble to the chronic nightmare. Bello reaches into his shirt pocket and takes the gold ring out, slips it into his mouth. He tongues it backward and pinches it gently between his molars. Warmly metallic, it pacifies. A woman in a puffy coat in the seat beside him holds forth to the nun across the aisle. "Well, I happen to think," she says, "that original sin starts us off at a real disadvantage." She motions flippantly to the old prison sliding by outside the train's windows. Speaking of sinners. The decommissioned penitentiary looks like old prisons do, sober and monumental, a fortress of soap-colored limestone and barbed wire. Fingers of dying ivy keep wind-shivered clutch on the walls. The rust-stained sills below the barred windows stand out like swollen lower lips. Above the overgrowth and broken fencing, a skeletal watchtower leans into the wind. The woman in the puffy coat turns to Bello. "You know," she says, winking as she sips a blue sports drink from a plastic bottle, "the soy-field strangler did time there." Bello has been advised by Virgil not to talk to anyone. He's been warned to be as unmemorable as possible. It'll keep his alibi secure. Virgil and the guys will tell the cops he was with them all day, playing cards, they'll say. But if people start claiming otherwise, then the guys aren't going to let Bello take them down too. "When they built the new prison up the road in Triton," the woman continues, "the strangler went with it, along with all the jobs." She's younger than Bello, middle-aged yet somehow still in school. She's been talking constantly since they left Union Station, announcing again and again that she's a graduate student at Middle Western. She's writing a thesis about the beetle that's killing all the oak trees. "Someone should have intervened by now," she says, her saccharine blue breath washing over Bello's face. "But now, of course, it's too late. Now it's just a tragedy." "I'll show you what tragedy is," Bello wants to tell her, but instead, he waits for her attention to drift away again so he can spit out the...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?